wasn't that just the most glorious 2.5 hours you've ever experienced post-win?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Pretty good. Unfortunately, those bloody bastards out west just couldn't. I'm starting to think they didn't even know that it was like. I reckon they were told that Carlton won, and it was like kind of like a reverse psychology.
Well, it didn't work because they choked. They choked really hard.
Guy, where were you? This is week 2 in a row.
I was enjoying the win just as much as you guys, trust me.
Yeah, because you had more writing on it. You had your fantasy team.
I did, yeah. Oh, God. And it was the perfect day. Both my teams won. So, yeah, no, being at the game, as I said before, would have overstimulated me. So, we still, and it doesn't matter that Freo lost as well, by the way. We still got that moment of ending Carlton's season.
Yeah,
you'll never take that moment away from me.
No.
Like,
it's the Cozzy last goal against Freo in 2013.
Yeah.
Oh,
where it got like reviewed or something.
I thought you were talking about Cozzy Pickett, and I was like, what?
No,
2013.
No,
like
OG Cozzy, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how about all the Carlton fans like trying to rub it in our faces online?
I mean, grow up. Like
you fell into finals.
Yeah.
What are you're going to get pummeled by Brisbane, a hot Brisbane, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like
they're failing upwards. They're going to get imposter syndrome. They know they're not there on their own merit almost. So who cares? They'll be out 2 weeks. They'll be back with us, not playing.
Do you reckon the umpires had any sway? Because according to the crowd in that first quarter.
First 3.5 quarters, I would say.
Yeah, what was it, like 8-0 at one point?
It was 11-1.
It was 11-1.
And they had a live counter on the telecast, which I don't think I've seen before.
They were definitely... there were a couple of interesting ones for sure, but I do think a lot of those early free kicks were there. And the ones that weren't paid also weren't there. I don't think it was as bad as it sounded.
No.
And then they got... Sorry.
No, you go here.
They got like 8 in a row in the last quarter as well. When the swing came back, which we all knew it would. We all knew the umpires would be like,
it's never going to be 10. Yeah, 11-1 the whole game. Yeah.
Exactly. And they did get that push at the end. So,
Yeah. My favorite moment was when, I want to say it was Hewitt in the middle of the ground. I think it was the first or second quarter. Ducked his knees, got collected high. Umpire didn't pay it. And about 2.5 minutes later, the same thing happens in our forward line when Machito ducks his knees and it gets paid. And the people around me, the Carlton fans around me, wanted to blow the lid off.
You guys were in GA. What was the proportion of St Kilda fans to Carlton fans?
Oh, it was hostile. It was.
I reckon for every 2 Saints fans, there was about 8 Carlton fans.
So 1 to 4.
Yeah, if you want to simple it.
What? No, I was lucky. I had like 3 in front of me and then like a group of old codgers behind me.
3 Carlton fans?
3 Saints fans.
Oh, right.
So we had like a little pocket.
Yeah.
But we were like an island in
pack.
an ocean.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it was glorious.
You could hear it through the TV, like from the get-go, it was loud and the commentators were all commenting just on how loud it was.
Yeah.
And the game as well, right from the start, was just hot. It was a final like atmosphere. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that we were able to like
stand up
and stick it to him in that hostile environment as well. It's really
maybe
positive.
it helped a little bit that we didn't have anything really on the line.
I still think Ross would have G'd him up pretty hard though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But then to be able to cope with the pressure of a team who came out breathing fire, whose season was on the line, that's such a good sign. And it was so nice to see. It doesn't usually happen, yeah.
It was so hostile. I saw 2 moments where the Carlton fans were fighting with each other. The game wasn't even over yet.
During the game.
Well, there weren't enough Saints fans for them to fight the Saints fans. They just turn on each other.
Yeah. No, the first one, it was just, 2, 20-somethings, Italian stallions just kind of gone fisticuffs. Not really, just more like jumper punching, the fake.
Do you reckon they knew each other or just strangers?
Probably just cousins and they didn't. The other one was a bit more serious. There was like a kid sitting in front of this old guy, both Carlton supporters.
Yeah.
Kid was maybe 10 or 11 years old. He from what I could gather, kept jumping up at the wrong times.
What stage of the game is this at?
In the fourth quarter. Like, the tensions are high. Tensions are high. The kid just kept all game. I kind of heard it. Well, they were about 2 or 3 rows behind me. And he would not stop celebrating even when nothing was happening. So I think, and obviously the old guy was getting annoyed. And from when I overheard this after the security were there, I think the old guy like grabbed the kid and like tried to sit him down, which is just the biggest no-no.
You just can't be doing that.
Like there were actually some empty seats as well behind him. He could have just moved.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe don't manhandle kids at the footy.
I mean, not the smartest fan base, are they? Throwing bottles.
Salty goal umpires.
bottle.
The goal umpire's not even responsible for the free kicks. So it's like,
And the guy apparently wasn't sitting in the cheer squad. He just trotted down through the cheer squad and has made the conscious decision to then throw a water ball at the goal umpire.
like
What's going on in the brain
I mean,
department?
clearly nothing.
It was a good peg on him as well. Like a good,
Good shot, yeah.
It was.
That's hard to do.
Get him down on Boxing Day, I reckon. What else have we got? We got one of my favorite was when they started chanting like bullshit.
Oh my God.
They did that a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Did that come through on the broadcast?
Not really, no.
No, that would have been when we were like probably 9-0 with free kicks.
Yeah.
They just started chanting bullshit. Like the whole cheer squad.
Like doing it once is fair enough, but if you do it like multiple times, it kind of loses its oomph, I think. It makes you, it's like if you're the ones who are still chanting bullshit all the time, it might be a you problem.
It might be a you problem.
Yeah.
We haven't spoken about the moment as well. We got to start with probably what would have been like the second or last kick to the game. The Snags absolute bender.
What a moment. I'm so happy that he had that moment because he has been so good for us this year. And I feel like hasn't got a lot of the credit that has probably been due for him.
Yeah.
And he had that just epic moment that he'll never forget. And it was amazing.
It was such an ugly kicking action as well.
Off the boot, like I didn't give it a chance at all. I was like, oh no, it's just going to land short and they're going to rush it and then get possession and then it's over.
Yeah.
And it just keeps coming. And it was just, unbelievable.
What a snap.
But Lewis Young,
You could have touched
extend
it, right?
your arm, mate.
Yeah.
Did he have some kind of elbow problem? I think he forgot where the line was and it just hasn't reached out and gone. Looks so casual.
It's like even if you don't know where the line is,
Yeah,
you're still trying to
you're
touch
reaching
it,
out,
right?
yeah.
It's just
Bizarre.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they didn't just have a goalkeeper on the line.
The whole thing was weird. I mean, I guess it was a pretty freak snap. Like it wasn't like it was a set shot or anything.
I wouldn't call it a snap.
It came in pretty quickly as well.
Yeah.
And what you talking about the ball like dropping?
Like burns the entry into the 50.
Oh yeah, but I still think you need to have like
Well, I mean,
it's some smarts about you.
Well, exactly, but it's that hot a game.
I saw this great video where some guy did like this analysis on the last couple of clearances. Did you see this as well?
I saw. I didn't watch it.
It was really interesting watching Hilly's patterns. Not to get too analytical because I don't.
That's what we do here.
I don't know shit about football, but this was a really interesting video where he was showing how Hilly was like running and just creating constant movement to create space, and that's how Burns had the space to run into to get that inside 50 that won us the game.
Yeah.
It was very insightful.
That's kind of Hilly summed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he wanted, if Ross wanted him to get more of the footy, he would be. But he just does so much unrewarded running now because we've got more users.
Yeah.
Like your Nazes and your Sinclairs.
He plays such a sacrificial role in the team.
Yeah.
You know who else was very, very good and who I think is going to get an extra year onto his contract?
Is it our boy
Zach with a K?
Yeah.
Zach with a K? Zones himself.
Yeah, very, very. I like
really good.
That one game changed my tune. Give him another year.
Same here. That was unbelievable.
He's been tracking up for the last couple weeks, maybe month or two for sure, but he was close to best on for us.
And his goal where he just burnt Nick Newman on the fat side to go into the goal square. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
Nathan Jones, is that you?
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed is after, like, it must have been, I'll say like estimated like after the bye, is every single goal was just celebrated. All the boys just get around each other. Or they get like, even like, Rowan's doing the double cobras more often.
Yeah.
And, like Philippo's banging the chest. I love to see it. I don't know what's gotten into the boys.
I mean, I think they sort of believe now in what they're building as a group. Because I remember a few years ago, this is probably quite niche, but Higo kicked a crazy goal from the boundary
against Port in 21, I want to say.
Yeah, of course you would know what I'm talking about. And there was just no celebration.
Yeah.
And it was just really weird. It was a really weird vibe.
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm not. This isn't ringing a bell.
Like not even Higo got up and like gave it anything. He just walked off.
Yeah. And it was like, that was an incredible goal.
And I think we just got pummeled in that night by about 70 points.
Yeah, well, that was early in the game as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, clearly it's changed. It looks amazing. Oh, and someone else I'm really happy for, Paddy Dow.
Yep.
To stand up in that moment and nail that. And you could tell what it meant to him as well. Like everyone got around him like it was his first goal.
Yeah.
That was a really cool moment.
Actually, I disagree with Carlton fans. I reckon that was a free kick. I reckon it was in the back.
I think it was
the one where
back as
Cripps
well.
went gorilla mode.
But also descent.
Suplex.
Like he actually like ate Dow. And he was so much bigger than him as well. I was like, that is a man and a
Just
boy.
like, yes, smothered him.
Yeah. Can we talk about Cripps' third quarter?
Oh, when he
That's like,
got off the chain.
yeah, like he just goes into these modes. He's done it the last couple of weeks and he's just next level. He goes into like this God mode and he's not like, his numbers aren't, if you look on paper, that crazy. Like he's never averaged like a crazy fantasy score or whatever, but it's just the way he carries those blokes. It's freaking phenomenal.
That's what he did in their Port game when they played over there, I think, like halfway through the year. He won that game for them because he just turned up and you just can't stop him when he's like that.
Yeah. He's just his mentality is just different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what separates the good players from the great players. That's honestly what separates him from like a Steely. Like Steely gets to the numbers and stuff, just doesn't, not that like you should be expected to do what Paddy Cripps does.
Sure.
Because it's freakish, but yeah.
It's just that next mental
level.
level.
Yeah. I just seeing it in real time again, I was like, oh my God, just got to sit back and appreciate it.
Yeah, bloke's a freak.
But then Steely went on in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Limited him to 4 touches. So unreal. Well done, Steely.
Yeah.
Good on him. Yeah.
I think because Cripps was a bit quiet in the first half purely because Stocker was doing such a good job on him.
He got 14 touches, but they weren't super effective. Yeah.
They were.
Stocker, did you see him like talking to Stocker?
Yeah.
I saw that and like they had like the slow-mo replay of them chatting to each other. I was like, oh, Finn's going to love this. Have you seen it?
Oh, I haven't seen the slow-mo replay.
Oh, no. So they had the cameras right on them going up to each other.
Oh, well, no, because
awesome.
We were sitting there like watching them playing on each other at the start and Jem said to me, she was like, oh, do you think they're still mates? And I was like,
nah.
I don't know. And then they got into this like little beef.
Yeah, Stocker just went straight up to him and almost. My favorite moment was, it would have been in the third or fourth quarter. Butler tried to like go up to Cripps and Butler just flattened himself because Cripps didn't move. Little weakling.
Bloke's a silverback. Oh, no, Akers got into battle as well. Did you see that? They had a big bust up.
Yeah, because he clobbered him. Like, Battle wasn't even going for the ball. He was purely aiming for his head.
Yeah.
Good.
At the time, I thought that was a bit stiff to get a 50, but watching the replay, his arm didn't go any like higher than his Akers' head.
I like the boys getting to Akers as well.
Yeah.
That was nice to see.
You can tell they're still mates.
Yeah.
As well.
There was a couple of like wry smiles during that. There was nothing between Stocker and Cripps.
No,
they were
not
going
friends.
at it. Yeah.
No.
It's one of my favorite moments this year, not Saints related, is when the Decoding brothers just went at it.
Oh. Yeah.
Like that was pure hatred.
And Tom kicked a goal on the ruck from punching Sam in the back of the ribs.
There was not a single smile.
That's what the Mackay Bowl should have been. That was so boring in comparison to the Decoding Bowl.
Yeah.
Like when whichever one it was threw the ball at the other one and then just like freaked out and they just started like jumper grabbing. It's so funny.
You know who I thought was a bit shaky was Naz.
Really?
Yeah. He was turning it over, like just his kicks weren't hitting the same.
For his standard.
Yeah.
I think he still stands out.
But who was very good was Ronnie Burns.
Oh.
Is he still unsigned? I think he is.
But I think there was something going like that we signed him on for another couple of years.
I think he's swayed me as well the last couple of weeks.
Agreed.
Yeah. Like if
he's give him another year.
If he's your 23rd best player, you're doing pretty good.
Well, in his current form, he's really pushing for that spot and he's doing a good job. Like every week he's playing better than the last.
Yeah. He's not like I don't think he's a leader. He's a bit more of a passenger, but he makes everyone else look a lot better. When the whole system's working, he looks really good.
Yeah. He has that possession that's not the first one out of the clearance or the flashy one. He has that middle one.
Yeah.
That's really important, but that doesn't get a lot of the praise.
I think his main problem has just been his contest. Like he's just not good one-on-one.
Yeah.
But he was playing to his strengths recently. So Yeah, I think he gets another year. I think Zach Jones has to get another year.
He has to. I will.
In the moments he was involved in, the goal he kicked, did he give the handball to Higo or the one before?
He gave the handball.
He gave the handball to Higo. Then he gets that smother.
The smother.
8 seconds left.
Holy shit. Yeah. I would rather Zones than Dylan Shield any day of the week.
It would be so St Kilda to still get rid of Jones and then sign a one-legged Dylan Shield.
We ideally need multiple new midfielders.
Ideally.
Yeah.
I'd be loving if we get Luke Parker.
That would be good. Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah.
I think
How old is he now?
31?
31?
30? 31?
I don't know, man.
You looked like as if you were about to say.
No, I said 100.
Actually,
he's 31 and 340 days.
I'd much rather Luke Parker than Shield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any
I'd
other
rather
week.
anyone than Shield.
Yeah.
I saw this thing where Shield was like owed $1 million next year because
they back-ended it.
They keep back-ending it, but they keep also not paying him.
I don't think you can't change it on the run, can you?
That feels illegal.
Well, I don't know. Like that's what one person. Look, the internet lies, but the internet also tells a lot of truths.
Oh, there's smoke.
Amongst the millions of lies on Big Footy, someone's got the source.
Waiting for the dross.
Speaking of Big Footy, I want to touch on something.
Oh dear.
We're doing a call out.
To all the negative, I want to just negative Nancy's, right? That are pissing in the wind about us going back to draft spots because we won. We went from pick 5 to pick 7. Now we're probably gonna have pick 7 and 8 instead of 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Like, get stuffed.
Like,
who cares?
It's such a dumb argument because you won't even know how these draft picks are going to turn out for like 5 years.
Yeah, the wins we've had last 2 weeks are worth so much more than 2 draft slots in the
top 10.
Yeah, in a stacked draft. Yeah.
Like historically, our top 5 picks haven't been that great.
No.
Like our last great one,
a little bit lower.
Our last great one was Rewalt. We're still waiting on King.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And our last 2 good high draft picks have been Filippo and Naz, who are like 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
And then, you got Darcy Wilson, who we'll just talk him before air that, he's probably, after Reed, probably been the most consistent and,
He was so good in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's going to be an absolute star.
Like Ross said in the press conference, he thought he was almost our best player in the fourth quarter. And I went back and watched it and he was just like so fit.
Youngest player on the field as well, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know
that. Incredible. Yeah.
And but with draft picks, there's been a rumor the Battle is going to sign at Hawthorn, but it's not going to reach the threshold for the first round compensation. That simply cannot be allowed to happen.
I think they won't allow it.
I don't think.
If we've got that massive war chest, what is spending an extra $100K to keep Battle rather than getting pick 29 going to do?
I think
they can't let that happen.
I just don't think that will eventuate.
Look, I think the AFL is actually going to do us a favor and give us the pick 8 because during the week, it got mentioned online that Andrew Bassett went to AFL House to complain about the fixture. Because what was the rule?
You can't you can't have a 5-day break and also travel interstate. And we got that.
And we might have done it like, we also might have had like a 6-day break as well in that.
We had a 6-day break either before or after that. But I think it was when we went from.
It was when Liam Henry. No.
It was after the Collingwood game, wasn't it?
Collingwood game.
No, maybe it was Collingwood to gather round or something like that. Anyway, we had a 5-day interstate break, which is like just not allowed.
The Canadian computer really let us down there.
Yeah, they really cooked us. Well, we're on the bottom of the priority list. Canadian.
Oh yeah, the Canadian computer does not care about us.
They don't even know we're a team. We're just like the blank spot that fills in once every other team's fixture is done.
With the last bit of code the person at AFL House writes into the computer.
And so you had the people complaining about the draft picks.
Yeah.
Then you also had the people complaining that we're going to get a harder fixture. Good.
Yeah, I mean that's
from 12 to 14.
Yeah, no, you do. It's like a bottom 6, a middle 6. We moved into the middle 6.
Oh, who cares?
Like
the competition's so even.
You have to beat teams to be good. Like it doesn't matter who they are.
Otherwise, you're going to be Essendon, where you're top 2 halfway through the year because you've played the North and the West Coast twice.
Yeah,
and then you come up against someone who's at your level and you get pummeled.
It's such a loser mentality to want the softer draw, fixture.
Yeah, that is pathetic.
Yeah.
Just before we move on, I want to give a special mention to I made a friend of the game.
Did you?
Yeah.
How many friends you got now?
Well, do you guys count?
No.
One. His name's Matt, listener of the potty. So he's see this guy. He's about 5'8".
Why is
He sits, might be a bit shorter. He sits down in front of me, and I'm talking to my mate, and he goes, he turns around and goes, "That's a Sad Sainter." And I was like, "Oh, geez." But no, he's a good kid.
That's it.
No, and he mentioned that he really he loves your bounce segment.
Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
You tune in about 5 minutes, you're about to get a whole lot more bounce.
Yeah, God.
But when Higgins kicked his goal, so he was directly in front of me.
Yeah.
And then he ended up in my row. He jumped up.
Oh my God.
So we're just, that's what I love about footy. Like, it's just, you can't take that moment away from you. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We're just hugging each other.
Yeah.
Good moment. Anyway, I mentioned
that
bounce.
is what footy's about. Yep.
Should we crack into some, how many ups were turned?
How many ups were turned? I've lost count. So I've done some research.
Oh my God.
So I've gone where no man has gone before.
I looked away for 1 second and he's got the paper out.
Yeah. For listeners, after
I've got physical paper.
It's
as
like
opposed to
pulled out like
electronic.
3 A4 sheets of notes.
I've gone where, like Lance Armstrong and his mate Buzz Lightyear, I've gone where no man's gone before. And I've watched every segment of Turn It Up in 2024.
Get stuffed.
You're joking.
Yeah.
How much time do you have?
It took me like 2 hours on the dot, I reckon.
Actually, that's less time than I thought.
I got pretty good at like the
Scrolling
fast
through.
forward, the fast 15-second button. I was spamming that. I didn't watch what they say. I just go to the videos.
Okay, yeah.
But occasionally there was something that piqued my interest in what they said. So I wrote that down. So where do you want me to start here?
Go with your gut.
I have no idea.
Okay, so this week, just to cover round 24, Gazy is back doing the turn it ups. I think I brushed over last week how big a moment it was in turn it up law last week that Gazy he was on the show, but not doing turn it up.
Right.
That's probably the first time in 11 years that's happened. So I think we need to take a moment and appreciate how big that was. But Dicko he wasn't on the show at all this week. He got dropped.
Omitted.
Yeah, omitted.
That's rough to get dropped from bounce.
Yeah, that's really grim.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why that's happened in a second. So video 1 this week, Gazy, it was a lot tamer. This isn't the main part of my research. So it's a consistent theme though. So the first video, someone's getting run over by a reversing ambulance. Probable broken bones, but like they were conscious. And
why does everything involve a vehicle?
Just the easiest way to injure yourself.
Yeah.
Just get run over.
Yeah, the other one, next one was clean. That was boring. Other one, like a man's flipped into his wife, or like he's on the wedding. They've just got married, and they're on the dance floor, and he's just like done a dance move and kicked his wife in the head, and she's like wobbled because she's concussed.
Right.
So, boyfriend elbows girlfriend during TikTok. Woman shaking her ass and falls through a glass door, like lasting cuts. And then a woman got caught by a rope and like flung into the air on a hot air balloon, which was like scary, but I think it was kind of, compared to other things they've shown on Bounce, it seemed relatively under control there was a lot of people around that were kind of getting her down.
Okay, sure.
So we start like rounds, the first few rounds, they're quite boring. The categories I put all the videos into were death, paralysis. I estimated the number of broken bones, and then I listed estimated concussions as well.
Yeah, okay.
And I would just make notes at random because my brain was rotting. And so most of the ones at the start, we're talking like 1 to 2 broken bones a segment, 1 concussion, 2 concussions is usually the norm for a show. And then it stays like that. These are all Gazy as well, obviously. They're a bit more tame.
They're like building up to it.
They're building up.
Yeah.
Round 10, there's at least 3 concussions, a few broken bones, and there's a lot of animals biting people's hands. So crocodile bites a man's hand, lion bites a man's hand.
All in the same round.
All in the same round. There's a bit of a theme. That was a little bit more violence. Round 11 was normal. We're up to round 12. This one's the worst one of the year so far, or the best one, whatever way you want to interpret it. at least 4 concussions, which included like a probable broken neck. I think someone like flung themselves on a rope into a wall. Oh, no. It was someone on a swing went over and around on the swing
And then
panicked and ditched and like flung themselves headfirst into a wall. And I think 3 people got paralyzed in this episode.
3.
Yeah. They were all just people flying off swings and on ropes and stuff into walls.
So whoever does the research for this gets on like a certain trend on the algorithm, you reckon?
Well, they
And
have a
pulls the
theme for
same
the
kind of
episode. They have a
videos.
theme for the episode. Yeah. I think that is what happens. Yeah. So we've gone from animals biting people's hands to people falling up swings. Round 13 was pretty. There's a couple of gnarly ones. I didn't write down what they were, so I said 2 possible paralysis. Round 14 was funny because for one of them, the KO removed part of one of the videos where someone falls off something. KO have cut out the impact, or Foxtel have cut out the impact of it.
Really?
So just jump cuts for a few seconds from Gazy going, here it is, to everyone going, oh!
Which is almost better.
Yeah, but at the end of Turn It Up, they have the highlighter from the biggest impact of the episode. They didn't cut that bit out.
Oh, they missed that
So
one.
I saw it, yeah, and it's a guy falling off somewhere and like shattering his pelvis. He falls like in a sitting motion. So Foxtel didn't do a good job of cutting it out. Possible concussion that one. Round 15, I counted 5 concussions. Round 16 was boring, just the 1 concussion. Round 17, there was like a lot of dogs' balls and dogs humping things.
Sure.
Was that the theme?
That was I don't know. I didn't really listen to them talk. I just watched the videos. Round 18 was, so they're ramping up consistently here. Round 18, possible concussion, broken neck from a rope, another jump cut a man was pooing in a supermarket. That was one of the videos. Round 19, Gazy goes to the Olympics. Dicko is put in the Turn It Up chair, and there is a noticeable shift in tone.
Oh, no.
I think Dicko, based on my evidence, is a pyromaniac. Because there is 1 concussion. There are 2 explosions in people's faces, possible deaths, including 1 severe concussion. Another severe concussion on top of the normal one. Round 20, Dicko. A quad bike lands all the way on a lady. I think she could have died. You don't see the lady get up or anything.
Was this one of the ones that you originally?
No.
Okay.
Oh, not there yet. So this is another one. That's a definite. I reckon this is close to Dicko's already got 2 possible deaths in 2 weeks. Gazy had like 1 or 2 for the whole year before this. And how about this? One of the videos, this is one of my big finds. It's a bunch of African Americans having a barbecue, and there's a little kid walking around. He puts fireworks under the grill, and then the adults are talking, they don't notice this. Then the fireworks go off to make really loud sounds. Dicko says, they feel like they're back in the ghetto.
Whoa.
Careful, Dicko. One explosion visibly knocks someone out. They have a broken jaw, like they're knocked out cold. And a shelf fully falls on a child, and Dicko reacts with, that is elite.
That guy's fucked.
Yeah, this guy's a nutcase. Round 21. 1 concussion from another quad bike. Another video is jump cutted
Yeah.
before a person falls on their head. Man gets leg run over by a ute. And then round 22, I think I talked about this one. They have a sparkler in the arse, possible broken bones, more deaths. And then just go back to last week's episode. I talked about that one. So Dicko in his 4 weeks has crammed in like 5 deaths and a racial slur.
This show still
There
gets
we go.
funding.
I have no words. That's
my
fully
research.
impressed by your commitment to
Thank
that
you.
task.
No worries.
I hope your brain is okay.
No, it's not.
I can't believe
It was-
Dicko still has a job. Actually, I can.
No, yeah, I definitely can as well. That's not getting pulled up from the Fox Footy producers. I have inside word as well. It gets referred to as just bogan humor behind the scenes of Fox.
Sure, but
Which it is.
bogan humor and racism.
And racism, yeah.
I mean, you can't really. Yeah. Well done.
No worries. So someone got some form of value out of that because upon reflection, I'm not sure I did.
I think I've lost brain cells just from the audio recollection.
Because I was doing it right before I came here as well. So like I was cramming it in, which is good. So I did it as quick as possible. And my brain was just getting fried because it was just, I'm skipping through the episodes, going straight to like the manic laughter.
Yeah.
And Gazy screaming the whole time. And Gazy's intro is going, So yeah, I was going nuts.
Well, on that note, it's a good time for a break, I think. I feel like I need a minute or two to cleanse myself.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. All right. See you on the other side. I just refreshed Twitter and just saw Rowan Marshall and Cal Wilkie have just been snubbed from the top 40 All-Australian.
It's so predictable, but it still hurts.
What are the other? Who are the other ruckmen in there?
Max Gawn, obviously. Tristan Sherry. That's fine.
That's
no
fine.
worries. Darcy Cameron.
Yeah.
That's
Who?
just a joke.
Whoops.
That is such a joke.
I'm just going through the list now. You got it's like
Is it-
Sam Collins over Wilkie. I don't like. Just no chance.
Cal I can kind of understand. He hasn't been nearly as good as he was last year.
Yeah, but Sam Collins?
Sam Collins, yeah.
Then you got,
No, I'm a Sam Collins fan.
I mean, I love Sam Collins as well.
His
But,
dad used to coach me.
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's actually,
I've never met Sam though.
that's quite cool.
Mm.
But I just think if you're like clutching it, the next key back to bring in to the 40, it's got to be Cal.
Yeah. Who are the other key backs like Andrews, Wiedering?
no, Wiedering's in.
No,
Andrews
Andrew.
is in.
No,
Oh, okay.
okay.
I was going to say, well,
Whoa.
they've cooked that, but no.
McGovern.
Well, see, that's just,
No, McGovern's been
Luke Ryan.
understandable.
no, they're taking the piss.
Cam Rayner's in there, and I just don't get it.
That's insane.
That is, it's like Brisbane have paid them, like, we need to justify a number one pick. Can you just.
Can you just make him look good?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been better.
He has been better, yeah.
He's not AA.
Anyway, I saw a post on Twitter last week. It was, he's not, I was about to say Burnley manager. No longer Burnley manager, is he? He's Everton's manager.
Oh, God, yeah.
Sean Dyche.
And God help them.
For those who don't know, he's like the quintessential British man. Just,
And he plays coaches a British style of footy.
he's very, like Brexit means Brexit,
4-4-2, lad.
4-4-2, bang it long, 6'7", but striker up top. Anyway, it was a quote. I don't even know if it's real, if the quote's real.
Yeah.
But the quote is just utter woke nonsense. And someone retweeted that and just said the wild card round that the AFL want to introduce. It's just utter woke nonsense.
That doesn't sound like something he'd say. When I've seen him talk, he seems like quite a level-headed dude.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real, but I hope it is because he just looks the part.
He does
look the part,
Yeah.
very much
I think he
so.
speaks a lot better than what he looks like and how he's portrayed.
Yeah.
So I have some things that I think are just utter woke nonsense. Number one is like when there's a streaker, but it doesn't show who it is. I think that's woke and just show it.
That's been happening for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Number two is the Adelaide Crows Football Club.
Or just in general.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
After the whole Rochelle, where they told him to like not celebrate and keep a lid on it, like get stuffed.
Right. I just thought you meant like the concept of the Adelaide Football Club.
I've heard.
Oh no, that's like just yes.
Aren't there Saints fans who want us to go after Rochelle?
There'll be a few. Yeah, there's a few.
I think
he's not number one.
Yeah.
He's not like because he's not quite a small forward, not quite a midfielder. He kind of like Gresham.
I hate him.
almost.
Oof.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't want him anywhere near our club. Yeah. No, it's not even that. It's the way he plays. It actually makes me sick.
He shirks a lot.
Yeah.
You're watching
Yeah.
Crows games and you're just vomiting.
Yeah. Oh, no. The way he goes into some contest just...
This thing really annoys me. When clubs Thursday don't put the players in the position because you have like Brad Hill at, centre half forward when the teams are announced.
How about Carlton as well naming Charlie Curnow?
And then,
A bit of mind games.
I don't mind that, but it's just, when the teams are announced and you get like, Darcy Wilson at fullback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just taking the piss now.
It's just put like, Dougal there, just put them where they're meant to be.
Can I add on to that? Not announcing the whole weekend of teams on the same night.
Thank you. Yep. That's woke.
I hate that.
Yep. Just the left, man. Just left.
Just killing us.
Credit to the boys. Gloat. Seriously. Asking for players' boots. I think that's very left. Like, that's very Labour voting to me.
Some of them are right.
That was such a Nathan joke.
Oh, yeah. I had to
This
beat
is
him
like the
to it.
third week in a row you've gone, that's a Nathan joke.
Well, did you not love it?
All right. Clarko for not allowing long sleeves.
Yeah.
That's woke.
That is old. That is
vote.
the furthest thing from woke.
What do you mean?
That is the old-fashioned conservative when men were men
No.
mentality.
No.
when football was
With
football.
football, yeah, we never wore long
The bloody
sleeves.
greens
in
have
my
changed everything. When they don't, this is like, I get it. When they don't show like replays of injuries, like especially when you just missed it, you just want to know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even if someone's passed away, I want to see it. I want it in 120 frames right after.
Yeah. The amount of score reviews. There was one on the weekend. It happened in like the first quarter, and it kind of ruined our like momentum.
They've cut them down.
Yeah, they have. Still too many.
It's a ploy to just show the crypto ads. I'm convinced.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been saying that for months.
Yeah.
But they pulled them back, so theory hasn't really held up in that respect.
It's a ploy to.
Well, they hit the quota.
I think it was designed to be for the crypto ads.
Yeah. I think the snicker or whatever is absolute bullshit. They make that up on the spot.
Someone's in a little microphone upstairs going
No,
to make the divot.
yeah, that's the point.
I just imagine guys sweating up at the booth going, oh.
I thought you were going to say they had like, I don't know, 6 different snicko patterns to choose from. They're like, which one fits the footage
they're
better? But yours is way
pre-recorded,
better.
yeah.
Just like some bloke being like,
Confirm, point.
Josh Battle. Just woke. Just sign the thing.
just make a decision.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And actually stop fence sitting. Yeah.
Tell us your decision. Because
If you voted Liberal, you'd make a decision.
It's so political.
I wonder which way you swing. Wait. Does our result on the weekend in any way sway Josh's decision?
Oh, I thought you were going to
In
say.
any way?
No.
Oh, which way he votes?
does our result sway left or right politically?
The non-branded footy shirts that just have nothing on them besides the logo and like the red,
Oh,
white,
like
black.
the best and less ones.
Like, yeah, the best. Like, I think the AFL footy shop does them.
Yeah.
Like, they're just awful to look at.
Nah, bring back no sponsors.
Like, yeah, like in general, yes, absolutely. But, we're millions of dollars in debt. We might need a damn sponsorship or two.
Sure.
My first St Kilda jumper was, I don't know where my parents got it from. Like, they're not big footy people, and they just got me this disgusting rip-off thing, and I was embarrassed to wear it. And I think I got a real one the next year, I think. But that was a dark point in my life.
Well, you're 0 for 2. You're a Saints fan and you're wearing a knockoff jumper.
Well, exactly, yeah. And I was 6 years old.
Target on your
You
back.
don't know what that does to a kid in primary school.
Couple more to go. Singing "Let It Go" at halftime.
That was so bad.
You weren't there.
The Frozen song?
At halftime. This is the Carlton halftime entertainment.
Oh.
Is they stuck a microphone in front of a 6-year-old girl and made her sing "Let It Go" in front of 50,000 people.
She screamed it. Every lyric.
I mean, good on her.
It was torture.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
I think you could.
Maybe we should set that up.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And lastly, the last woke thing is water bottles. Don't like them. Just slip out of your hands. Way too easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Did you see that coming?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's all the woke nonsense that went on in my head.
Very woke.
Yeah, just the darn left. Lefties, they're ruining football.
Ruining football.
Anything that happened? I didn't really watch many other games besides the Freo.
I watched the deadest of all rubbers on Friday night between Melbourne and Collingwood.
Yeah.
And then there was a lightning delay and the game somehow dropped another level. It was almost
Were there
impressive.
any Melbourne fans left after the lightning delay? Because if they were, like, kudos.
Absolutely. Yeah. You are rusted on.
Yeah. No one can question your commitment at that point. Seeing out a loss after a lightning delay and a dead rubber.
They should have gone around and just handed out free 2025 memberships
Genuinely,
to any Melbourne fans who were still there after that.
Yeah.
That is just
I didn't even, I thought, I had that thought while the lightning delay was going on, and I didn't even bother to check afterwards because that's how little I cared.
I mean, just the worst game of football I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at
scheduling blunder from the AFL.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the results of the other games. They're all just, it was pretty dead.
I just don't really understand the point of the floating fixture in the final round is to sell the best games possible.
If you're going to get it that wrong.
They still cooked it.
Yeah.
It's the Canadians. It's left. It's woke.
That is another...
Yeah, that's that woke Canadian computer
Woke
at it again.
Bloody Justin Trudeau.
But Justin...
Justin Trudeau.
Sorry, go.
I don't know, but like I think another thing that made our win even better was that there were so many other teams in dead rubbers that just obviously did not care.
Laid down and died.
Laid down, and just
Curled
rolled
up.
over and just passed
I mean,
away.
North Melbourne figured
What the hell?
Did you
Sort it out,
at
boys.
the end of the North Melbourne game, they just had Dicko going, turn it up.
I heard they got Dicko to play a death compilation before they ran out. They were like, footy doesn't really matter anymore, does it?
They all read some like Sartre before the game. They were having existential crises. They were like, this doesn't actually mean anything, bro.
Honestly, that would be the only thing that could excuse it.
Did you see that post? Like, I think one of the stats pages, and it was like how bad North have actually been over the past 3 years. I think the 3 or 4 year window.
Was that the list of?
Yeah. They're actually like statistically worse than like post World War II St Kilda, like the Melbourne 2008 to 2011 team.
The last days of university.
Yeah. Like the last days of Fitzroy. Like they are shockingly bad. I'm starting to get on like they don't get enough hate.
There's none of them. There's none of them to hate. They don't have fans. No, actually, but they're lucky to like with the decision of Tasmania to come in, plus the way they've played the last few years. They're lucky to like they've done everything they could to get moved.
Yeah,
and they've managed to stay put at Arden Street.
Well, they dodged a bullet with the Gold Coast as well.
They did. That was close. That was really close. Yeah. Oh, so lucky to still be around North.
And let's not let them forget it.
Yeah.
The only other thing I saw on the weekend was up in Ballarat. I was
going to say, I watched this game.
Yeah, the Doggies cheer squad had like a big drum, right? I think you know exactly what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
They had like a big drum. But the guy, the arsehole who was in control of the drum, was hanging it over the railing. And the poor ball girl who was sitting there was like blocking her left ear. Oh. And he was just banging it non-stop.
Because she wouldn't be able to move.
Was she even getting paid? Did ball boys and ball girls get paid?
Good question.
I don't know, but I hope so.
They're all just kids.
Because she's about to get hella work comp.
Oh, God.
In about 20 years when she starts hearing like ringing in her ears.
Yeah.
Trust the cheer squads to not be self-aware.
That game was good to watch though because of the win. It was like playing AFL Evolution. I think Toby McMillan had a set shot and he started it. It was from like 40 meters out and he started it like well outside the right point post and swung back in.
I mean, impressive to nail that.
No, it really was. And he loved it as well. He gave a big celebration. But yeah, just a good old fashioned, almost like local footy vibes, having the wind affect the game that much. Yeah.
And then we had the pristine roof.
Oh, God bless our dome.
God bless our dome.
Well, it literally was storming outside as well. That was pretty crazy.
That was terrible.
I didn't even know what was happening until like I walked outside. And it was just like I knew it was a bad omen. The power. The lightning was a bad omen. We should have known.
Power surge.
Known.
So I was actually genuinely just thinking of Jack Noons.
It happens.
It happens. Jack just comes. He's a fleeting thought. It's time for the real season, boys. Stuff this football crap. It's draft time.
Oh yes.
Your grand final is coming up.
Oh, it's just crack the fingers.
That was the snicko. That was it right there.
Then the only time there isn't a snicko is when they don't have anything left to crack. They're like,
well, that's how they know that they can't keep showing the crypto ads.
Yeah.
Like no more knuckle cracks, so no more point reviews.
Boys,
reckon on something.
Got my spreadsheet up.
The spready.
The spreadsheet.
How has it changed since the first time we looked at it a few weeks ago?
Look, not a whole lot. Unfortunately, we have slid a few picks. Famously, as everyone is complaining.
Like big footy, yeah. It's been dwelling on it.
Oh,
I'm so glad I don't check that site regularly. I don't think it'd be good for my psyche.
I need to stop because I get sucked into it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's good toilet reading. Like you just be like on the toilet.
Yeah.
And you'll just be like, oh, you know,
double doing a big footy whilst reading it.
You'll just be browsing big footy, like Twitter or like Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And you're like, oh, you can't get bored of them because, you know, they're outside toilet apps.
Yeah. They don't exist. So they're doing
as in if you ever go to an outside toilet.
No.
They're outhouse apps.
Outhouse, yeah.
Yeah.
Brick shit house.
So definitely pick 7. Most likely should be pick 8.
Because,
after Ashcroft?
Yeah.
After Ashcroft. I think he's the only one that's going to get bid on. There's a couple of like around the mark, like the 10 mark. Bit of a reach if you go inside the top 10, I think.
Sure.
There's a Gold Coast kid called Leo Lombard.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him, yeah.
Played in their VFL premiership. He's kind of...
He looks like a man.
Yeah, but been very average. So I think he's sliding a bit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But stress less. I can tell you're stressed, Finn.
I'm so stressed.
It's okay. There's still going to be a midfielder or two in our picks.
Oh, my God.
Believe it or not, in the most even draft we've probably ever seen, there will be a midfielder.
I can sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know you're the one on Big Footy that I see.
Yeah,
Just
I've got
complaining.
like 6 burner accounts. I'm just antagonizing you.
Thank you.
Do you know?
You're doing a good job.
Just quickly, do you know anything about a boy called Gil Wakelin?
Well, let's touch on this. No, I don't. But let's touch on how awful our father-son names are. We had Bailey Rice. We're going to get Elwood Peckett and then Gil.
Hang on. No. Elwood Peckett's the best name you could possibly.
Okay, they're not normal. Not normal names.
Who cares?
I mean, the best 2 father-sons is Josh and Nick at the moment.
Oh, again,
Sam Darcy. We get Gil.
Hang on, you're going away. You're going away from my point. Did you see the tweet where it said Gil Wakelin is going to choose son of Daryl?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, there's Daryl and Shane.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Son of Daryl is going to nominate us instead of Port. Is there any truth to that whatsoever?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, if he lives in Melbourne, makes
I don't
sense.
think he does.
It's the same with...
Well, then I've got nothing.
It's the same with
I
Boston.
don't know, actually.
Like Boston Everett, he is part of the Suns Academy, but because he lives in Melbourne and, you know, like wants to play in front of 21,000 on a Sunday at 4:40.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. So I think he's like, that's why he's like, he could easily just walk into Gold Coast.
I mean, it's a great stadium. I'll say it.
What, Marvel? Or
Well,
Heritage Bank?
Heritage. Carrara. It's a beauty.
You know, I don't know if this is true. Apparently, Peckett, Frankie,
Of
has...
Elwood? Oh, no.
What? No, the father has like 8 children.
I told you this.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had this conversation.
Yeah. I have looked their names up in the past. Can I do it now?
You can try. Please tell me they're all named after Bayside suburbs.
No, they were
Like Mentone,
they were
Peckett,
good names.
Black Rock, Peckett.
Do any of them listen to this?
I would hope not.
Here we go. Peckett and wife Teresa met around 20 years ago.
We got the whole
come
wi-
on. We don't need the whole Wikipedia page.
Hang on. And to Tian.
How many times has he had unprotected sex?
Sorry. No. There's kids from
Get to it.
There's kids from another marriage worked into here. Okay, they've got 20-year-old Sam. No. Sorry, the wife already had 2 kids. Okay, they together have had Sonny, Jet, Elwood, Ace, and Frankie Coco.
Frankie. Oh, please get Frankie
Frankie
Coco.
Coco.
I think it'd have to be a girl, wouldn't it?
Oh, AFLW, father-daughter.
Yeah.
Frankie-Coco.
Ace. No, just 2 words.
Sure.
Who was at the time of this was 8.
Oh, okay.
This was 6 years ago.
Is Elwood the oldest?
No, Sonny's the oldest. Jet is older than Elwood. I think Jet plays in the MPFNL. Ace Peckett. Hopefully he's doing well.
So he's the young guy.
He's younger than Elwood. Yeah, and then Frankie Coco is younger than Ace.
All right, so we have 2 more after Elwood.
Mm.
No pressure.
No pressure if you're listening.
All right.
Ace Peckett. Oh,
That's a great name.
unbelievable naming from Justin.
We'll get into the kids this year. So number 1 is a guy called Sam Lawler. I've been mispronouncing it this whole time as Sam Laylor because I don't usually listen.
Because of the suburb.
Hey?
Like-
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
L-A-L-O-R.
It's Lalor. Yes, it's spelled like
Spelled like
Laylor.
Layla, but it's
But because I usually watch the Talent League games or whatever, all the highlights with the sound off, because the commentators, there's a reason why they're Talent League commentators.
Brutal.
I say that as a guy who stutters at every second word. It wasn't until I watched some of his highlights on YouTube that I realized his name was actually Lawler. That's how you pronounce it. Yeah.
That is not intuitive.
Anyway, Sauce has to do everything in his power to make sure Melbourne and Gold Coast don't pick him ahead of us.
Melbourne need a key forward.
That's what I mean. Melbourne need a key forward. They need someone because Van Rooyen isn't quite
Gold
tall
Coast
enough
would be steering away from midfielders as well.
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
you'd think that.
Yeah.
Well, I actually think if Gold Coast give up pick 6 for Rioli, I know they're desperate for some more experience.
So Richmond would definitely take a mid.
Yeah, I've got a feeling Richmond will take a mid.
And it would be Lawler.
Or another kid called Josh Smiley, who...
You don't like him.
That's another weird spelling. It looks like it should be Smilly.
Smilly,
there's two L's.
There's 2 L's, but
that really annoys
Smiley.
me. Yeah.
Look, he's grown on me a little bit. His last game, he got like 22 disposals. Wouldn't even say he's my 10th choice.
Brutal.
Yep.
Now that he's the only one on my list who's in red.
Well,
That just means we are going to draft him.
I hope he's not a Saints fan either.
Nah, he looks more like a Hawthorn fan.
He's from the Eastern Ranges, isn't he?
Yes.
Do you know what suburb he's from?
No idea.
Okay.
No. I don't know.
Not Lawler.
It's not well. Yeah.
Anyway.
I had another crack at a Nathan joke.
Sam Lawler is I don't like to compare players to, current players, but it is the easiest way for like the average AFL fan to like gauge where this player is at. Anyway, Sam Lawler is the next Dustin Martin and Petrarca combined.
Well, that's just a crazy thing to say. You just can't go around saying that.
You can. I just did.
I mean,
that is left and woke.
You might as well have just said nothing because, that's
okay. If you watch Lawler's like highlight packages, he loves a fend off. That's essentially it. That's the reason why is the reason why he gets the Dusty comparison.
Okay.
Do you have any controversial calls in previous years that you've?
I didn't have Darcy Wilson in my top 20.
Okay, I meant more ones that reflected you positively.
I had Philip at 3.
Okay, good. Yeah,
you know what?
Sure.
Damn, I've got him right here.
Oh, you must have been stoked when he fell to us then.
Yes. When Essendon chose Tacitus, I cried with joy.
Sardis is rank.
What do I got? I had Josh Weddle at 10.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What did he go? 13? No.
I can't remember. I don't have that listed. But I feel like he was a bit later in the teens.
Yeah, it wasn't 10.
Yeah. Did I say last week, that Hawthorn team, a lot of their young players, their good young players were second rounders or late first rounders.
Yeah.
They haven't nailed a lot of really high picks. Like Denver Granger Barras or whatever his name is, he stinks.
Yeah, he's not good.
Cam McKenzie, who should be a St Kilda player, hasn't really kicked on that much in his first couple of years.
Yeah.
Then it's all just like Connor McDonald, who's really good, picking the 20s, Josh Weddle and co.
Well, it's a great It's a great argument for the culture thing as opposed to just the number.
The nature versus the nurture.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Which we love on this podcast.
We seem to come back to it all the time.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
I'm pretty basic. Like, I had obviously like Harley Reid at 1. I had Nick Dacos at 1. The fact that he went at 4 was the biggest joke in the history of the competition.
Oh, I mean, what did Collingwood give up for him? Like 45?
Yeah, 4 picks from 40 upwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to this year's crop. So Sam Lawler, next Dusty, only if he comes to us. If he doesn't, he can't kick anyway.
Bust.
We have Josh Smiley, who's 194 centimeter midfielder.
Big bull.
Big boy. So my knock on him.
We don't need midfielders like that as a first priority.
He does get the Paddy Cripps comparison.
Yeah. But
my knock on him is, so he started, he was the consensus number 1 at the start of the season, but has just faded away now that the other boys have started to get their groove on.
Oh, true.
So that's why my knock on him is I think he just dominated because he was so much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But saying that, he's actually I think he's had at least a game or 2 now where he's starting to get some form back.
Yeah.
So look, I won't throw a tantrum.
Well, Paddy Cripps is he couldn't run and he was fat when he got drafted. That's why he slipped so much. Yeah. And then he just sorted it out.
Yeah.
Someone sorted it out, mate.
The other one, there's a couple more. You got Harvey Langford. I don't see him though as a midfielder in the AFL. I see him more as a halfback, but he does love a goal, like a half forward. Sorry.
Where's he from?
He is the Dandenong Stingrays. So
Up the knoll.
Elwood's best mate. So
Yeah.
there's a fair chance we might get the Dandy Stingrays midfield as well, because there's another one that is around our second rounder, the Adelaide one we got.
How did they do this year?
What, Adelaide?
No,
The Stingrays.
Yeah.
I think middle of the road. I don't really keep up too much with the ladder. I just kind of watch the game.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
No, not at all. What else we got? We have Joe Berry is a small forward mid who...
Is he related to the others?
No, I haven't seen anything that suggests he is.
What teams do you play for?
Murray Bushrangers.
Could be.
Maybe.
Is he from Horsham? No, they're not from Horsham.
I don't know.
Berries, are they? Shit, I don't know.
It's a lot of random football knowledge.
Yeah. Well,
We have Ollie
certain towns, certain places stick out to me if I've got a connection to them. So like my mum grew up in Horsham.
Sure, okay.
So whenever a player's from Horsham, I kind of
like
subconsciously take a note. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to delist Ollie Houghton this year, but it's right. We're going to get his brother Taj.
I don't know if that's going to go down too well.
They're going to high five each other going out the one on the way in, one on the way out.
And the exit meeting's like, sorry, Ollie, we're just going to get rid of you. And
We found it.
And Taj just walks in.
Ross starts playing some intro music and Taj walks in. He's like, no, I'll take that seat, mate.
So Taj is an interesting one. He was probably definitely going to be top 5
He's
before
done an
he
ACL, hasn't
did an ACL halfway through the year. So he
Yeah.
won't play. He won't play at all next year if we do go for him.
Yeah, okay.
But he was very, very good.
Can we draft some kids who aren't from the Sandy Dragons who went to Haileybury?
And also
Is that a possibility?
have long-term injuries when we pick them up.
Yeah.
Do you boys like Hunter Clark? Because there is Hunter Clark 2.0 in this draft.
I
I
like
do you really
Hunter
want me to
Clark.
answer that
I
question?
don't-
Not at pick 7.
I actually would rather, as much as I don't like currently what Smiley brings, there's a kid called Murphy Reed. I actually would like him less. Even though I like him as a player, he's so similar to Hunter Clark in everything he does. He's slow, but he's silky.
Yeah, okay.
Like this,
we
the
definitely
same-
don't need another one
No.
of those.
No.
But he's from the Sandy Dragons as well.
Is Hunter Clark out of contract?
Nah, he signed last year, didn't he? 2 years.
2 years? Okay.
I think he's looked okay recently. If he can get up to like, I don't know, 85% time on ground.
I checked. He only played 68 minutes on the weekend.
That's all he does. He plays half games. He just can't run them out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If he can get that up.
sort it out. You're 25. Come
Like,
on.
you have
He
all
was
the
pretty good on the weekend.
resources, Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
He was good.
It was good.
His decision making for a bloke who was touted to be like a prodigious kicker of the footy, and he can kick it equally as well on both sides. Some of the decisions he makes kicking inside 50, just I
Yeah.
hope he doesn't listen.
There was one guy on Big Footy who came in and said that he's got word that we're really big into a kid called Toby Travaglia, who started the year as a halfback.
Has there been Travaglia?
I think it's how you pronounce it. Again, I watch it with the
No.
sound.
Has there been another AFL player called
Oh,
Travaglia?
no idea.
Okay.
Plays for the, where is he? The Bendigo Pioneers.
What a shit name.
The Nears.
The Nears.
Started off as a halfback, but I think in the last month or two has just gone into the midfield and looked right at home. And he's quick.
We love late boulders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives me
the
Hugo
guy-
Garcia vibes.
Simon Dalrymple loves a bolter.
Del Pimple.
I think pretty much every year he's taken one.
Yeah. That's where he shines, right?
Yeah, that's exactly where he
The
shines.
Chad Warner.
So I reckon if that guy is right on Big Footy, trusted sources.
Yeah, I mean,
Do we have many later picks?
Do
we have many later picks?
we got 7, probably
we got
8.
GUS's second round.
Yeah, that's the Adelaide. Yeah, well, it's technically Adelaide's. That was like it's like pick 20.
Really?
It's like pick 23 at the moment. Yeah,
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't think he gets to 23. So I reckon if we're going to take him, we'll bolt him at like pick 8 if we get.
whoa.
He's around early teens, so like they're not a huge bolter.
That feels crazy.
Yeah.
I want more kids from the Eastern Ranges, from the Eastern suburbs.
Yeah,
would
look,
say
yeah,
that.
shit out of luck in that one.
I am saying it.
There's Smiley and Moraes who are again the only ones in red. Christian Moraes he's one of those players that he can kick 55 meters and hit a target, but the 15-meter ones misses.
The old Jack Newton syndrome.
Yeah, Jack Newton syndrome. So anyway, they're all the kids to keep an eye out for. I mean, what I've said all that, and watch us draft a key forward.
Oh, God.
Nah.
No,
No, Ross said we need midfielders, which
they're not gonna
our midfield's almost worse than the comp.
Just about,
Just
yeah.
quietly.
We're coming up to an hour. I think it's time to almost wrap it up.
But we'll do a draft live stream, won't we?
I think it's in the works. I didn't want to say it outright.
Well, you can just.
I'm going to promise it now. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, or I can edit it out.
I don't want to confirm anything if we don't do it.
I also don't care if we don't do it.
Yeah.
That makes 3 of us.
Yeah. So
No, it'll be fun.
what I want to end it on, last episode of the year. What was your favorite moment of the year?
That's a great question.
What gave you the most serotonin?
Higgins' goal versus Collingwood.
Oh, damn, that was mine.
Got him.
I mean, Higgins' goal on Saturday night.
There you go. Nice bookend to the season.
Yeah.
I quite liked as well just saying goodbye to the Essendon fans.
Oh, that was
pretty
fun.
Pretty nice.
And the Geelong fans as well, saying goodbye to them was quite good.
My least favorite moment was going to Geelong in round 1.
I can't believe you did
You
that.
did.
Yeah. Oh, shithole. Anyway.
The K-hole.
So, yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in for the very first season of the Sad Saintered Love Podcast.
It's been a ride.
We've had a few hosts.
We have,
We had.
yes.
Thanks to Goxie. Thanks to Marshy. Thanks to Joycey. Thanks to Sarah that one time for filling in. Not thanks to you guys. You guys just bully me every week.
You know.
That's what we were brought in to do a job.
Someone had to take you down a notch.
Yeah.
No, it's been awesome. I've loved it. I wouldn't have had this on my bingo card at the start of the year.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It was unexpected. And yeah, I hope some people out there enjoyed it. So, yeah.
All right, well, bring on the 2025 season and calm the Saints.
Go Saints.
Go Saints.
Oh, and thanks to everyone from Sainted Love. Forgot to mention our family. This has been a good little community as well from the away days. Then you got the Isle as well. Good little family.
And it's still
And Goose's
building.
fan cast. Can't forget. Definitely. Where's the logo? There's the logo.
Yeah, shout out to Goose and shout out to Juan as well.
Yeah, let's go.
You guys are. We wouldn't be here without you, so thank you.
No worries. Go Saints.
Go Saints.
Go Saints.